to show you how easy and how lazy you can be with your affiliate SEO using Xagio AI, the project planning, clustering, and whatnot. So what I did is I actually ran an audit of an old affiliate site of mine. And you can see if I load that audit, okay, I did that today, Thursday, November 30th. And what I saw is like, I'm ranking for a ton of stuff, okay? And I didn't know that, but a lot of the stuff I'm ranking on pages 3, 4, 5. So I actually took this project, okay, and I started looking at, okay, just let's look at the dogs, okay? And then so I moved, really what I did first is I just pulled out all the keywords that contain the word dog in it. So I went keyword functions, you can seed keywords, and then I created a new group called dog. Okay, and I seeded the keywords called dog. And what this does is it pulls out every keyword that has the word dog or dogs or doggy or dogina or anything that starts with dog, anything that ends that dog. And I created that new group. I actually exported this project first and imported it so that I can keep the original. And then when I looked at that, I got dog only keywords. Let me load that. I realized, okay, there's a lot more keywords here that need to be clustered further. They need to be looked at and analyzed further. So let me just open this project here. Pause the video here. Not sure why it's not opening. Okay, and then you can see I started basically analyzing and grouping that. And all I did was just use the keyword cluster function. So like I took all the keywords and I went into cluster. And I started playing around with the settings. So the initial cluster says match at least 2 words within the long tail phrase. So for this one, it matched the word bulk and it matched the word animals. And I said, before you create a cluster group, I have to have at least 2 matches of these to create a group. But I also wanted to ignore certain words since they're the most common. By default, we put the most common words here, the top 3 most common words in the entire group, which are stuff, dog, and animal. And then I just previewed cluster, and I could play around with these. I could say match 3 words 3 times and preview. And then you get like really tight groups like life-size dogs. So I started like with really aggressive matching. Like if I went 4-4, that's really aggressive, you can see. And then as I kept getting, so I would cluster that, go to the miscellaneous group, and then cluster the miscellaneous group. So for instance, I would go down to this long group again, and instead of clustering up here, which is cluster every group or every keyword in every group, these are kind of global functions. Now I would go back to the miscellaneous group and I would say cluster keywords. Now what the difference is this clustering is only related to this group of keywords inside the miscellaneous group. So then I would take this and I would lower my aggressiveness with my clusters. So if I said, look, match only 2 words, but make the clusters a minimum of 3. Okay, if I preview that, I would get new ones and I would cluster again and again and again until I got my groups down. So as I go back to projects, okay, I would put groups into here that I felt like were finished from this dogs only group. Okay, so like if I load this again, okay, you can see I kind of keep moving things down. Let's see if there's another one here that's pretty good. So doodle stuffed, so golden doodle stuffed animal, doodle stuffed animal. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna actually take this group because it has the same meaning, right? So I would take this group that's pretty much done, and then I would move that group, okay, into the dogs finished, right? So I'm gonna move that group because it's considered done to me. So it's kind of like in different phases. And then I would go into the dogs finished group. And this is where it gets really, really cool. Okay, I'm going to change this to golden doodle stuffed. Okay, because that, and then this group, this particular keyword doesn't have its competition. So I'm going to go actions. I'm going to get the competition. And the reason I'm getting the competition, okay, that's the in title and the in URL of this keyword. So for instance, like if I take this one, golden doodle stuffed animal, and I were to go to Google, okay, and then do in title, and then phrase match that, you can see the, the in title here is showing 959. So that might be wrong. Let's see. entitle golden doodle stuffed animal, and let's check the in URL. That's quite a bit actually. So 4 in the URL, so that one's a little more accurate. So maybe these are all old. I should have really grabbed them all. So let's just redo them. I don't know how long ago I did this. Get competition. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to let those finish just to come back and double check if that was right. In title 959, yeah. So it's all, there's all in title. Oh, okay. So there, that's 5 results. Okay, let's see. Golden doodle stuffed animal, golden doodle stuffed animal, golden doodle stuffed animal. Okay, so it's basically getting the all in title. And I'm not actually really sure of the difference between in title golden doodle stuffed animal and all in title. So that's a little different. It's definitely got some different stuff. But besides the point, I'm going to let these finish. And actually, this one's finished. So the reason I grab the in title and the in URL is because when I optimize with AI, it takes into account the highest search volume, but the lowest in title. You can choose to do that or not. And then it optimizes for that. So for instance, with this group of keywords, if I sort by volume, okay, we have lifelike stuffed animal dogs. These 4 are 590. Okay, so there, it's done. These 4 are 590. But this one right here, lifelike stuffed animal dogs, only has an in title and in URL count of 2. So I used my lifelike stuffed animal dogs first in there, and then like we can view the AI suggestions, right? So if I look at my keyword stuff, my keyword cluster group, I can see the keywords that I have in my cluster. I can see the volume, the in title, and the in URL. Okay. And I can actually click on this keyword, being that it has 590 searches and only 2 in title. I can click on this keyword and see where the AI used that in the suggestions, right? Or what I can do is I can click that off. I can use these are the words like lifelike appeared 5 times, stuff appeared 5 times, animal 3. So I can click on individual words and see where did it get used. So if I was using this word lifelike stuffed animal dogs, like stuffed animal dogs, okay, that's where it's getting used. So you can see it's like lighting up. But I really did dog and animals get included as well. Okay. Dog didn't, dogs did, but animals didn't, animal did. So it's okay. I can go through and like actually edit that if I wanted to use dog in one place and dogs in another, or animal in one place and animals in another. Totally fair to do. Introduce your child to the joy of life like stuffed animal dogs. These realistic plush toys are perfect. Now there I can add our perfect animals there. So I have animals there for, imagine these like realistic plush dog. I'll change toys to dogs here. Dogs are perfect. Actually, no, we'll just leave it. Okay, we have animal, we have dogs, and then I'll save it. Let's do this one while I'm here. Okay, so now that we have the in title and in URL of everything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click optimize with AI. And the great thing is like it's going to write everything for me. I don't have to think. It's going to do all this for me. So I'm going to go optimize with AI. Okay. And once again, it brings up your data for you. And then what I can do is sort by volume and be like, look, this looks like the best keyword, golden doodle stuffed animals, 00, for stuffed animal. We're just going to go with this one. Okay, I'm going to say, look, I want you to focus primarily on this keyword, right? And when I select that keyword, it inputs it up here, and it's instructing the AI to optimize aggressively for that keyword. Now, if I don't do anything, the AI is going to basically look at this data anyways and do the same thing. But when I select the keyword, it's a little more aggressive in its suggestion. So I'm just going to click continue, having chosen the keyword based on the data. And now I'm going to click continue. Okay, I'm still seeing the data up here. I'm seeing the keyword count. So stuffed, golden doodle. So this is 5 times, 3 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time, 1 time. Okay, and I'm going to take my main keyword, golden doodle stuffed animals, and you can see where it's using it. So, and then I can see other full phrases if I want to. But I know that I want to go after this keyword. So then what I'm going to do is golden doodle stuffed animals, golden doodle stuffed animals, golden doodle stuffed animals. I want to see if it used animal, doodle, or golden. Okay, so there we go. It didn't really, it did use them up here a little bit, but once again, it's the plural versus the singular, so it's not even a big deal to me. So I'm going to go after my main keyword again. I'm going to use the ultimate gift. I'm going to use that being as it's Christmas time. This one, I don't need my H1 to be long, right? So I'm just going to use that one. And then in my descriptions, I wanted it in the first 120 characters. Looking for a gift for a dog lover. I like the word gift. I'm going to just use that and save to group. And now it's done. So I'm going to take these two groups that they're optimized, right? But there's no content on my site. I'm going to make sure my URL is correct. So golden doodle stuffed animal dog. Okay. And that way I'm including everything. Okay. So if I open this up, golden doodle stuffed animal, and then, I mean, their dog's actually not even in there. So I'm going to take out dog. Okay. And save that. Golden doodle is a dog. So we have dog lovers there. We have dog lover there and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to save those changes. I'm going to save those changes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these into the finish. Oh, this is in the finish. So now what I'm going to do is they're AI optimized. So I'm going to move them. I'm going to select these two groups. Okay. Turn on the check marks, group functions. I'm going to move those two groups and I'm going to move them into a new one called testing AI. Okay. Into a new project. So I'm going to go back to projects. I'm going to go into my testing AI project. Okay. And you'll notice that I have two already created. I'm going after stuffed Maltese dogs with this one. I'm going after life-size stuffed animal dogs with this one. You can see the volumes in the CPTs, lots of really low hanging fruit stuff, but I don't have pages for these two yet. So easy enough. Okay. I'm just going to go create new page from the group for this one. I'm going to assign no parent to it. I'm going to set it as a published. I'm going to click close. And you'll notice what happened is now a page tab shows up in the top right corner, meaning that this has created the skeleton of a page using these optimizations targeting these keywords. So now I'm going to click on page. It's going to take me into the page editor for this, but I don't want to write my content. I want AI to write my content, right? And the cool thing, so I'm going to go down to the Xagio SEO box. I'm going to go to AI content and I'm going to say, write me content in a humorous and playful or pleasing. Let's see if they have, there's playful. Okay. I'm going to generate blog content. Now, what this is going to do is write a content outline based on the optimization. So let me move this up actually. Okay, I'm going to move Xagio above magic page here. Get it right up top. There we go. Okay, now we can open it up again. So it's writing me content, but the content that it's writing is based on the title, the URL, the description, and the H1 that the AI wrote for me. So, and the title, URL, description, and the H1 is based on the keyword cluster. Right. So you see how it's kind of very, very sequential. First, we find the keywords and we group them. Then we have the AI write the optimization elements. We create the page. And now we're having the AI write the content. It's done. We're having the AI write the content for the page. So I just have to refresh here. Okay. And I'm going to go back over to my AI content. And there it is. Okay. So I'm not even going to do much with this content because I'm testing being lazy. So there's the content. I'm just going to insert it. Okay. I'm going to check the H tags. I'm going to turn this into an H2 since that's already an H1. So I'm going to turn that into an H2. That's an H2, 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 H2. So there's the content. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just insert an image using a couple of my keywords. So I'm going to just move this onto another screen. Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to use the Pixabay, the Xagio Pixabay search, and I'm going to type in golden doodle. Okay. And I'm going to just search for that. I don't even know what that dog looks like, but I guess it might look like this. And then I'm going to take, so I can put in an image title and an image alt. So what I want to do is take some of my low hanging keywords. So I'll take this one. Okay, and then I'm going to insert that into my image title, and then I'm going to take maybe this one, and I'm not even really being like crazy, okay, and I'm going to insert that image, Okay, I'm going to just align it to the left. And that's really all I'm going to do for that. I'm going to update the page. Okay. And then next, what I'm going to do is I have that now. Okay. So now next I'm going to go over to my schema, and I might as well put a schema in it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate AI schema. I'm going to allow the AI of Xagio to basically read the page meta optimization. So the H1, the title, the URL, the description, the H1, and now the content. Okay. It's going to read all that, and it's going to decide for me, and it's already done. Okay. What type of schema to use and how to use it. So if I render the preview schema, so it chose a product, it called it Golden Doodle Stuffed Animal. It supplied an image URL as an example, but we're going to go update that. Your brand name, it just wrote itself. It gave it an aggregate rating, and it gave it an offer. So my company name and my brand name, we got to go update those things because we don't want to use that. So, but it is written and it is inserted for me. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my app. So I'm going to show you this, app.xagio.net. Okay, I'm going to go over into my schemas, and I'll show this on the screen in a second. Okay, so just okay, so I'm going to load this and then show it to you. Okay, so down here you can see custom stuffed pets. I just did a search for my schemas for custom stuffed pets, and you can see there they are. So there's my golden doodle one. Okay, so I'm going to just click on that, and it's going to load my schema. Now, what I can do, because some people get a little bit scared of editing the schema, it's really not that scary. Okay, I'm just going to render the preview schema, and I know that there's three things in here. There's a type product, a type aggregate rating, and a type offer. So let's go update these. So I'm going to go look for the offer type. Okay, so down here, there's my offer, and there it is. So I'm going to edit that. Okay, and I can see availability undefined, so I'm just going to edit that. Okay, item availability, you can see that being edited. So let's just change this. What we're going to do is click this little square box, and we're going to change it to in stock, and we're going to pick that schema, and we're going to save that. Okay, so let's go see what's next. So that in stock was basically right here. Okay, that availability. Okay, I was supplying a URL. So now the type is, we need the organization. We need to change the organization type of your company name. So let's go back and do that. So I'm going to reopen this again, and there's going to be another embedded or nested schema inside of there of seller. Okay, so I'm going to edit that, and I don't know what's up with those buttons, but we're going to fix that. So there's my company name. And what I'm going to do is change that to my website, custom stuff pets. Okay, and I'm going to need that again. So I'm going to click save. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up and click save. Okay, so that takes care of that. Aggregate rating, there's nothing we need to do. And the next type is in the product. We just need to update the brand nested schema. So you can see another type called thing in your brand name. So I'm going to go back to the top, and there's brand. There's the nested schema inside. I'm going to open that. And there's my brand name. I'm going to just change that to custom stuffed pets, and I'm going to click save. Okay, and that's it. All I'm doing is taking a look at this and updating it. So now I'm going to close this. Okay, and this page is done. So I'm going to click update because we just updated the schema. And what I'm going to do is look at the new schema, right? So there's my schema that I have. I'm going to render it and preview it. So now you can see the name has changed to custom stuffed pet. Oh, I need to update the URL as well, but you can see the organization is there. The availability is still in stock, which is good. And I need to update the image. So for the image, I'm just going to go into my media library and get the URL of that image. So there's that little puppy right there. I guess that's a golden doodle, and he's very, very cute. It's a cute dog. So I'm going to go back into here, and I'm going to get my image right there. And I'm just going to update that. Now I'm going to click save. I'm going to make sure that that image has changed. So I'm going to go over to my page and close that. Then I'm going to go back into my schema. In the SEO box, I'm going to go schema. I'm going to render preview schema and look to see that that image URL has updated, and it has. And now it's done. There's a live page. Okay, if I open this in a new incognito window, there is now a new live page on my site that is targeting this golden doodle stuffed animal. And if we look at the detailed SEO Chrome extension, there's my title. Okay, there's my description. And if I go over to my headings, you can see I have H1, H2, 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 H3 for the frequently asked questions, H2, 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 and H2. So we have properly formatted H2 tags. And now I'm not going to do anything. I have sitemap XML installed on my site. So if I go over here to sitemap.xml, I'm not going to tell Google about anything, but you can see if I go here and look at the pages, I'm just going to close that. I guess I got to allow that. There it is. Okay, I have my golden doodle, my life size, and my Maltese. And I'm just going to repeat this process as much as I can because I'm literally doing SEO with my mouse, right? I'm not writing anything. I don't have to think of anything. I don't have to think of how to optimize. It's basically all done for me. So I'm just going to let this happen, and we're going to come back in a few weeks. Oh, one thing. I'm going to go back to my Xagio project planner. Okay, and I'm going to go into my testing AI group because I'm testing a bunch of AI pages, and I'm going to just make sure that I am tracking the rankings of these keywords. And if there's a blue line, that means you are tracking it. So I can click on that just to take me into the rank tracker and loading that specific term. There it is, stuffed golden doodle. I was ranking 31 apparently for that a while ago. Like I said, I'm ranking poorly. Okay, so we're just going to see. Can I improve my ranking on these keywords? Okay, so that's and all these are being tracked. So now I'm going to come back in like a week or so, and let's see what happens with all these keywords, because this site is making money. I was already ranking for these keywords, but they were definitely not clustered well, and I wasn't optimized aggressively for them. So I just did an audit of my site, clustered everything further, and let AI take over and do the rest. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you want to pick up Xagio AI and start doing this, just head over to xagioai.net and get started. There's a plan that'll work for all of you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.